Everybody, it's Amy Rich with another alternate paper pumpkin project for you for the month of July 2023. And I really think you'll like this one, and simply because all of the products in the kit are so dang sweet that it was easy to make a cute card with it. So we're going to do another fun fold card like we normally do. And if you don't have July's paper pumpkin kit, you can certainly use other supplies to create this. So I hope it gives you some good ideas and it gets your creativity flowing. Let's get started. Have you seen the pieces of this kit? They are phenomenal, actually. Super fun, lots of great images, perfect for the beach, of course. And all of the supplies in the paper pumpkin kit create these 3 cards. So I had a little dilemma. How do you turn a fun fold card into a fun fold card? Well, we're going to attempt to do that today, and I think it turned out pretty cute. So here are the supplies that we are going to use from the kit. So it's quite a few things. We've got, of course, the stamp set and the ink. I'm using the Sending an Ocean of Love and Relax, You Deserve It. I'm using those 2 together. And then we've got the label for the longer sentiment. And we've got the sign for the shorter sentiment. We've got a crab, a sea star, and a shell. And then there are 3 different designs like this. I'm choosing this one because it coordinates really nicely with these stripes on the envelope. And then we've got the adhesive back. They're baby sequins. They're teeny tiny. And we're going to start with the envelope. So if you are going to follow along today with your paper pumpkin kit, feel free to grab an envelope and take it apart. I do enjoy using the envelope when I can. All right, so we'll just open up those flaps, bring in our trimmer, and then we're going to trim this down. First of all, I am going to trim down the a side flap. And actually, I think I'm going to flip it over. And you can go ahead and even put this fold up against the edge. And we're going to trim this side flap off. So just force everything shut and trim that off. And then you've got a nice flat side. And then we're going to go here and trim off the top flap. We're going to use that later, so keep that handy. And then we're going to go turn it and cut it at 5 inches. We're going to have a 5-inch wide section of the Azure Afternoon color from the envelope. And then by 4. So put it in there at 4 inches, so it's 4 by 5. And this piece is ready to go. Now let's go to the sides, and we're going to take this piece, this section back again, and there should be a flat top on it. So we're going to trim this edge off so that it's flat. Turn it, cut it at 4 inches, and then turn it back. So we've got a flat top, a flat bottom. We've got this hanging out over here, and that won't matter. And then we're going to use this long side and put that in at 5/8 inches. And we're going to put it in again at 5/8. So we've got 2 pieces here that look like this. Then we're going to cut some of the envelope. So first I'm going to turn it and get a flat edge at the top. And then we're going to go ahead and put it in the trimmer so that it is, you want to cut leaving a teeny border of the background on the side of the Azure Afternoon. If you don't get that quite right, it's not a huge deal, but that's what I'm working towards here. And then we're going to turn it and get this side flat. We want all straight sides. And then we're going to go back and do the same thing again. So you're going to put that yellow stripe right in front of the cutting groove so that when we trim it now, it should be at about 1¼ inches so that you've got your stripes that look like this. And then we're going to cut those at 5/8 of an inch. And we're going to do 2 of those, 5/8 and 5/8. And this is extra that you can use for something else. And of course, all of this I would say would be trash. You might be able to use that for something else, but really the pieces that you need are these and that. While I've got my trimmer out, I'm going to bring in a piece of 5.5 by 8.5 crumb cake cardstock. I'm going to score it in half at 4¼ inches. And then I'm going to fold it on that line. Sometimes one of the sides gets a little bit longer. That's going to be my front side. And then I'm going to open it up and I'm going to put my paper in my trimmer at 7/8 of an inch. And then I'm going to move my blade to that score line and cut from score line to the end. And then I'm going to turn the cardstock. And actually, to make it easier for myself, I'm going to use the bottom of my trimmer and put that in at 7/8 of an inch and cut again from score line to the bottom so that you've got a card with some flaps on it. And then finally, I'll put this in one more time at 2 1/8. That is putting this front section in half. So 4¼ inches is about what this is. We're putting it in at 2 1/8. Did I say 2.5 before? I feel like I did. It's 2 1/8. And then I'm going to score from cut line to cut line and fold that up. So we're going to make an easel card that is a little bit unique, and that we're not going to use the whole card front, but just that middle section. All right, so now let's get down to business. We're going to start by opening up the card, and we're going to take our 4x5 piece of the envelope that we cut, and we're going to center it down here in this section that's not cut apart. And then we're going to take our adhesive and we're going to fold these flaps and adhere them down in place. So we're going to have those sides adhered down to get them out of the way so they're not flip-flapping around. So just line them up and get those adhered. Then we're going to take our 2 skinny pieces. Actually, we're going to hold that thought. We're going to grab next this amazing scenery. And this is going to go right in here in the center like this. Couple things to keep in mind. When we adhere it, we only want it in this bottom section. So I'm going to add adhesive like this, away from the edges just a little bit, but then we know exactly where it's going to go, and then burnish it to really make it stick. Now here's our easel part. You see that? I've been making some easel cards lately, so when I saw this, I'm like, ooh, an easel card. It just seemed to be perfect for what I wanted to do. Then we're going to bring in our sign, and we're going to stamp Relax, You Deserve It, and our amazing Daffodil Delight ink. I'll stamp that. Oops, that was almost upside down. I'd have been cutting a new piece of white to go inside. Relax, You Deserve It. And this is going to get popped up onto our scenery here. So I'm going to grab my dimensionals, and I like to use plenty, as many of you know. So I'm going to add a lot of them. And that's going to go so that the hill goes all the way to the edge of that scenery at the bottom. So it looks like this. Then we're gonna add some of our sequins because they're so pretty. So we'll add a few down here like that. I don't know if you can see where those are. Okay, so next up are those 2 Azure Afternoon strips cut from the envelope. Remember, we cut them at 5/8 of an inch, which means they're gonna fit perfectly into place here because the space in which we are filling is 7/8 of an inch wide. So we've got that nice border all the way around. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Then we're going to bring in those little stripes and we're going to add those so that they kind of mimic the seascape here. So we're going to add the Lemon Lolly section at the top as it works its way down to the Azure Afternoon, so it kind of mimics the colors over on the other side. Then we're going to add this one over here. If you want to, you can bring in a straight edge and try to get that lined up straight and see if you can get them the same height. Or you could measure and do it that way. I honestly am just going to eyeball it. And I think it will be just fine and dandy. Okay, so we've got those cute little stripes there accenting the front. And now let's work on the inside. So we need a little easel, right? So we've got our sending an ocean of love because we're happy for the person who is relaxed because they deserve it. So I'm going to add sending an ocean of love here. And then we'll need Stampin' Dimensionals on there as well. So I'm going to grab those, a bunch of those, or several of those. And then that is going to go about an inch from the bottom edge of the Azure Afternoon, excuse me. Okay, so now we've got our little easel for our oceanscape. Love it. Then we're going to add our little critters here. So I'm going to put regular adhesive on my crab, and I'm going to put him partway on the sentiment and partway off, so it looks like that. And kind of the same thing for my sea star. Just up onto the label a little bit. And then finally my little shell, just going to add down here at the bottom. Then I think it would be cute to add a couple more sequins. So I'm going to add one over here, and I'm going to add one down there so that even when it's open, you can see all of those sequins. So cute. Now the very last thing is that I'm going to take this amazing ribbon or it's trim, I guess, from the annual catalog. If you take about 10 inches or so, you can put it through this top section, and then I will actually tie it over here on the left-hand side, just in a knot. So we're gonna tie it like that, and that'll just add a little bit of texture to the front of the card. It'll get lost a little bit when you use the easel, but pulling it out of the envelope, look how cute. Thanks for joining me for this alternate paper pumpkin project, and I hope to see you again for August's alternate project.